Okay, good afternoon. My name is Felix Renville, Junior Tribal Member Assistant Wapton, and I'm here interviewing, or was asked to do an interview as far as being a survivor, victim of the COVID coronavirus, and I'm just here to tell my story, how I got contacted with it, and what I went through, and what the outcomes are. Mine started about, I think it was right around Labor Day weekend. That Monday was a Labor Day, and we didn't have no work, but I come in that Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. I got this kind of like a achiness, fever. I kind of had a soreness in my throat, and so I told my wife that I think I need to go in and get tested here, or maybe something's coming on because I don't feel right. So we went into Coteau that evening, Thursday evening, and they didn't want to take me in because they didn't think I had any symptoms. So I said, well, what do I do? And they said, well, you go to Indian Health tomorrow, make an appointment, and get tested over there. So that's exactly what I did. I went over there the Friday next day. I went over there and I got an appointment for 6:30 in the evening to get a test done. Because that day I took my wife to her appointment in Watertown. When I got back, went right into Indian Health. And so I waited my pickup and they come out after me. Took the test. I did the nasal swab and then the throat swab. And I sat there about 20 minutes and the doctor come back in my office and said, you got COVID and you got strep throat. I'm going to give you some antibiotic for the strep throat and COVID. You're just going to have to quarantine and stay home. I said, okay, I'll do it. I said, okay. Talking about symptoms of when I had the COVID, I mean, the symptoms are all different. It affects the persons differently. I'm finding out, like for when I had it, and my wife had it, and my children, and when they had it, we were all different. My wife she had partly of the respiratory, and she got sent off to Fargo and went through therapy, breathing, and all that. So so it attacks the body or attack you in any one of those areas. Some got the mental part, the brain. It even attack the brain, your vision, your balance, your everything. It's just you don't know where it's gonna go. But mine, luckily, was the cold chills, and I didn't mind that. I just slept that off, or took a lot of Tylenol. But it's just. I would say, put it this way. I want to put it this way. I won't wish this on my worst enemy. If I have any, I wouldn't wish this on him. It's terrible. Then the after effects. What I'm going through now, like I'm off. The state sent me my letter, like I got from the state saying you're clear of any being under care of. Not contact, no going anywhere. You're off of that. You're released. You go amongst the public. You go back to work. You go whatever. So I said, no. I told them. They called me and they asked me how I felt. So I told them, I said, the only problem I got right now, my taste and my smell still ain't there. I said, well, that's going to come. It can take 4 to 6 weeks after the COVID left your body. 4 to 6 weeks, the smell and the taste should come back. Traditionally, my sister made me a jar of sikpeta that, or in English terms, is bitter root. She made me a jar of that, and I drank all that down, and that really helped a lot. It really. Of course, you got to believe it will too. There's not just drinking water down thinking it's gonna help you. You got to believe it's gonna, and it did. Bitter root really made a difference. Otherwise, I took the Tylenol every 4 or 6 hours. Just took them all the time because that fever is always burning me up or whatever. I don't know. I just slept a lot, lay down and slept. And finally, I felt it leaving my body. My legs were not aching so much. I wasn't aching so much, and I kind of got up and start moving around, and I was getting better, you know. And I tell you what, before I got this, before my wife got it, we were going around here like, oh, we'll never get it. This ain't really enough. Kind of like that kind of attitude. But once you got it and you get it, I tell you what, these are. I mean, we wear it constantly. I mean, we because you don't want to get it. I wouldn't want to get it again because I wouldn't know what area it'll attack, you know. And when they say stay home, there's nothing to do at home, but that's a remedy. Just stay home, and if you got movies or you got cable, stay home and just do what you got to do. We even started making puzzles, big puzzles. We started playing games, you know, game things, you know. Whatever we could do, we did it at home because that's the cure. You know. You feel even a sniffle, even a cold, ache in your body, go and get tested. I mean, don't wait to the last minute where you got the whole full blown, because then they're going to ship you off somewhere. They're going to ship you to Fargo or somewhere. But if you just got the symptoms that they could treat by, you know, stay home and a lot of fluids and a lot of this, and, you know, yeah, I think they could catch it, you know. But don't wait till the last minute. Go in. I kind of waited towards the last minute because my body was already reacting to it. I barely walked in that ER room at the IHS because my knees hurt so bad. But after I got tested and all that, swabbed up, then I went and left. After they told me, oh, you're COVID. Should I go home and go to bed then? They said, yep, it's our only advice. So I went right home and went to bed. Terrible. I tell you, it's terrible. If you ever get a cold or flu, that ain't nothing compared to this. Nothing will even come close. When I had the flu, I had the colds, I had those. They don't even come close to this. Well, just that watch out because they say South Dakota, Brown County, Marshall, the tribes, the casinos are hot spots, you know, right now. If you're going to go in one or do anything, you know, wear that mask, put it on, you know. May feel, look, or whatever ridiculous, but I tell you what, it saves your life.